piano teachers, try to get to the level and to the way of learning of those little kids that you teach. If you have little kids as piano beginners, what do kids like to see? They like to see colors, different shapes. Some kids really do learn, are visual learners, not just kids. So it really makes a difference when you get into their language of understanding something. If you want to create a learning process for them that will be more long-term effective and functional. I had an example with a mother of a student of mine. He's 6.5 years old, Michael. I've been teaching him for 1 month. And she told me in awe, "You cannot imagine, Miss Anastasia, every night I have to read the whole book to him, and even when the pieces end, I have to imagine different scenarios because he's crazy about learning more and more and getting to know all these adventures of piano comics." And the other day, he asked me to draw one of the scenes, and a difficult one with different body shapes and movements. And she says to me, he doesn't like drawing, but he asked me to draw the piano comics. So she gave him a piece of paper, I don't know how it's called, which is half transparent, placed it on the original piano comic and made him draw the lines. And actually the result was very good for a 6-year-old child. That still, we all know their hands are very small and is going to change very drastically in the next 1 to 1.5 years, even anatomically. They hold the pencil in a different way, and the result was quite satisfying. And that's why I like to draw for the kids when we teach something new to them, not just show it as an example and on the music instrument. Let's say we're going to teach them in the beginning, the first note values, a whole and a half. I'm going to draw a pizza, and I'm going to do it in front of them. I'm going to ask them to draw, or to draw a treble clef, which kind of looks, let's say, like a snail. Or you ask them, you unite their imagination. What does this look like? This symbol that we're now learning to draw. They're not going to do it perfectly, but still, while seeing you draw it, their subconscious mind is already registering. And little by little, when the technical skills of their hand evolve, they'll be able to do it. So most of the score books, fortunately, these days are with colors, with illustrations. But even if you don't have such a book, you have some old books. I also use a lot of old books, especially from the Soviet Union. I will draw with my pencil. We will imagine a title, or if a title is given, we're going to draw something, or draw a note value. Let's say the ghost bar, that I ask them to count 1 bar before they start, so that they get the pulsation of the time signature of the tempo that they need to play. And I'm going to draw a little ghost before that bar. I'm going to say, okay, here is our ghost, let's count, and then begin, like 1, 2, and then we start to play the piece. So use different aspects of learning processes. And for kids, you can ask them to stand up and do a rhythmical exercise to understand those note values, instead of just only playing on the piano. Draw, because it's all we have to give different we have to touch their brain in different spots to get them to learn just this one thing, that one musical term that we're teaching. Have a good and functional, long-term effective practice.